Yo, what's happening, boys? It's your boy Lou. Y'all already know how it be. And in today's video, I'm gonna teach you how to rip off Shiv. To be honest, this cool edge glow effect that I saw first on Shiv's edit, I thought it was really cool and creative, and I was like, yo, I need to teach my boys how to do this because I saw highlight editors and also creative editors start using this a lot, as well as there's different varieties to
variety.
and yeah, enough talking, and I'll show you exactly what you're gonna learn. And before I show you the effects, I just want to say that you need the Sapphire plugins, which are going to be linked in the description, as well as there's going to be the whole effects preset already for you. So you can just download it, drag and drop it. But you do need to watch the full video because I'm going to teach you how everything works in that preset, as well as the polygons, how to mask it, how to mask in Fusion, and how to do it better. Now enough talking, and I'll show you how it's done. Okay guys, the first thing you want to do is make sure your timeline frame rate is at 24 frames per second, because if it's at 60 frames per second, you have to mask 60 frames for just 1 second. In 24 frames per second, you just have to edit 24 frames, which saves time. Plus, if you're editing on 24 frames per second, you can easily change it to 60 frames per second later, right after we're done checking the timeline and making sure it's 24 frames per second. We want to mark it, and then we want to go 30 frames to the right side, mark it again, and then once we're here, we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left side, and then mark that. Then we want to go back to the beginning, and we want to go 6 frames to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And basically, from here to here is where the effect is gonna start to blend in, and all the way here in the end, from here to here, it's gonna blend again, it's gonna blend out. And right here in the middle is the main juice, the main meat, the main effect. So, since we already know where it's gonna start and where it's gonna end, we're just gonna cut that section of the clip, and then we're gonna turn it to a new compound. And since this already has velocity, we can just drag it in, and it's the same thing as it was originally. Now that we have it on our compound, we just want to go to Fusion, and as you guys can see already, I already have this in here, and you guys might be wondering, what the fuck is this? And I got you, I'll explain everything. It's easy and simple to understand. Okay, first thing you want to do is check your media 1 and media out. Your media 1 is your footage of the clip, and your media out is the way it shows in Fusion. So the thing we want to do is grab the yellow line and connect it to our merge one, which is connected to our background. And this basically makes the clip look darker. If you can see right here, we're at the end of the clip, and we keyframe the blend to 0 so nothing shows up. But if we go 6 frames, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and as you guys can see, I keyframe the beat to 0.68, and if we had like 1, it's so dark that we can't even see anything, you know. But even like this, you can like mess around with this with the default preset settings, so you can make it even darker. It's up to you, to be honest. The thing I did here at the end is, as well, I just marked it. I marked the blend mode, so from here is 0.68, and then all the way here where the other marker was is 0.7, and at the end of the clip I turned it back to 0 when the blend mode. And then right here we have merge 2. Same thing here, what we did. That's why we marked it. The reason we marked it is, well, by the way, you can just check your markers right here in keyframes, and we can just expand it. For example, here we can go like 0, blend 0, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have it at 1 already. And same here, I have it on 1. If we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 frames to the left side, and we changed that to blend to 0 again. Pretty easy to understand. That's why we marked it. And basically here in merge 2 is the main meat. It's like the reason you see these fine edges. Okay, now here's where the hard part comes in, because here you have to mask it, and this is how you want to connect the dots. You know, you want to connect your blue thing to your media 1, which I said is your footage. So the thing you want to do when you put the preset in is you want to Control C your original media 1, and then you want to Control V it, basically copy and paste. And now we just want to replace it. We're going to connect this one to the polygon here, and we want to remove this because this is the footage I used for my original one, and we don't want that, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you don't want to use my footage, you want to use your footage. And basically we're just going to connect it back to our duotone and make sure it's in the yellow. It's not green, it's yellow. Make sure it's yellow. so we can see it, and bam, here comes the settings of the polygon. The polygon is a mask, which you can just find right here. You can just grab it from here and drop it right here, and here it basically makes you able to mask whatever you want, any irregular form. For example, if you have the preset and you're going to do it alone, you're not going to use this. The reason I'm going to leave this on the preset pack is so you can see my settings. I'm just going to delete all of this. The thing we want to do is connect it to our media one and connect it to our merge, and we can see this right here, right? And if, for example, if you want to go here and keyframe a different thing, but you don't want to use the same polygon, you can just go where you want to go. You just want to keyframe the part you liked, and then you want to go one frame to the left side, and then turn this back to 0, and then nothing shows up. And for example, here, I'm going to add another polygon, and then we can do a different form, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to press size. But since here there's already one, we don't want two masks at the same time, you know what I'm saying? So we're just going to put it in 0, and bam. So now you got, like, now you can, and that's how you add more polygons. And like, for example, this obviously is not how you mask. You want to mask a character, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to mask a random ass, you know, part of the sky or anything like that. But that's just a short example on how it works. Okay, boys, now I got my original polygons, and the thing you want to do is go to your original media one, and then press like this dot right here which says review. Now that we're in media one, we can see how I masked the character, and as you guys can see, it looks pretty shitty. And the reason I did like some pretty good and some pretty shitty is because it's just one frame, and people won't even notice it. So I recommend do a bit of sloppy work. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. Every frame does not have to be perfect. It just has to be enough for nobody to notice. Like right here, I did it perfectly fine. We can just arrange these dots right here. Plus, it just saves time. And I'm speaking about saving time, another thing you can do is we can just add an ellipse mask if you're really down for that. I don't like using this because I think it doesn't look good. It's an ellipse mask, and you can just put it right here. And that's it. Instead of going frame by frame masking every single one correctly, you can just do that, which doesn't look that good in my opinion, but it might help you. You know, you might like it and you might want to do it because you want to save time. The rest is just duotone is the color of the clip. For example, I turned the duotone, the sapphire by the way, I turned that into blue. And then my edge detect is here settings for, as you guys can see, is going to be in the preset. So I don't think you guys need the settings, but the threshold basically means how much you see of the white spots, you know what I'm saying? And the color corrector basically makes the colors blue. Like for example, you want to add the color corrector. The thing you want to do, for example, if I want yellow, I just go here to the wheel and change that to yellow. Then we have our merge, which basically has another background, so we can turn this into a screen and you guys can't even see that. And here our glow, I turned that into a blue. You can change it to like a pink, right? You can change that into like a pink, but I personally like the blue. And then we have another color corrector, which basically is a hue. This basically makes it change color like a rainbow. So at the end of the clip, if we go back to the end of the clip, I have it at 0.3, it's like pink, and in the beginning of the clip it's like blue. And then right here I have time warp, which basically makes so many like different types of fine edges on there, so you can see many colors of it, like red, green, blue, etc. After you're done masking, you want to just copy and paste that over here, but just make sure you have the same settings as me when it comes to soft edges and border width. Then we have our S glow, which basically gives it a little bit of sass to it, just a bit of spice to it. It honestly looks amazing. Plus, this helps a lot when it comes to the S rays. And bam, and here we have this good part, the spicy part, the S rays. This gives it so much depth to this. And you all can also change the color to it depending on you want, like pink. As you guys can see, I changed that color to pink, and I think it looks good too, but I'm just gonna keep it blue. And yeah, boys, that's pretty much it. The only thing we gonna do is go here, and then it's gonna be very laggy for you, so we want to render it in place. And this is what we have. I think it looks great. I think it looks amazing, but I should add like a CC or a bit more of effects, and that's what I did right here. I'm gonna show you guys this CC right here, and here's the settings. You can just pause it. You know, I'm going a bit far, but you can pause it. And the looks is just desaturation with a bit of blue, you know what I'm saying? With a bit of blue. And this is the C you get. And I added a bit of sidebars, which there we go. And yeah, boys, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and tell me, comment down below and like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content.